of freedom. I saw that I was bigger than what I do. I was bigger than my body. I was everything and everyone.
Where one is able to understand that this body is simply a garment, just as we change clothes from day to day, that the body is simply being used by the soul.
And as I looked ahead, there was this pure white light. It was whiter than the whitest snow and brighter than 10,000 suns. And I could look right at it, and it was compelling. It was compelling. It was compelling.
The human heart is now documented as the strongest generator of both electrical and magnetic fields in the body. Now, this is important because we've always been taught that the brain is where the action is. The brain has an electrical field, it does have a magnetic field, but they're relatively weak compared to the heart. The heart is about 100 times stronger electrically and up to 5,000 times stronger, 5,000 times stronger magnetically than the brain. And the reason this is important is because the physical world as we know it is made of those two fields of energy, electrical and magnetic fields of energy, electromagnetic fields. Our own physics books now tell us if we can change either the magnetic field of an atom or the electrical field of the atom, by doing that we literally change that atom. We change the stuff that our bodies in this world are made of. And it appears now that the human heart is designed to do both, to change both the electrical field and the magnetic field of our bodies and our world, and they do so in response to the emotions that we create between our heart and our brain.
there are 300,000 manuscripts and books on peace. Each of these books and manuscripts have been read by an average 3 people, including the author and the publisher. Well, who wants to read another book, about peace? We want to create peace. There's an actual science of peace. Because the field of consciousness is the field of unity, field of bliss, field of peace. On a tangible, palpable, powerful, physical level, millions of times more powerful than the nuclear force, if we can just access it. But consciousness can access it. What we need are more peacemakers who develop their nervous systems to the point where they become lighthouses of peace, radiating peace. Peace, peace, peace.
But when it comes to a tsunami or shift in the tectonic plates, if you really believe in consciousness, even that, you would say, has a connection to turbulence in the collective mind, because we are part of nature, right? You are part of nature. You're not outside of nature. So if the collective mind is turbulent, nature is turbulent. We tend to separate ourselves from nature, but we're not. If we settle down, Mother Nature will settle down.
Over the past 18 years, our research center has investigated heart-brain interactions, how the heart and the brain communicate with each other, and how that affects consciousness and our perceptions. One of the things we identified in our research was the state we now call coherence. And what we found was that when we're feeling positive emotions, like we're really appreciating the sunset, or really feeling love or compassion or care for someone, that the heart beats out a very different message. The heart generates by far the largest rhythmic electromagnetic field produced in the body. And what we've now found is that if we look at the spectrum analysis of the magnetic field radiated by the heart, that emotional information is actually encoded and modulating into those fields. So by learning to shift our emotions, that's changing the information we're encoding into the magnetic fields radiated by the heart, and that can impact those around us. We are fundamentally and deeply interconnected with each other and the planet itself, and what we do individually really does count and matters.
but resurrected in a way by one man who says he has discovered behind me here not only the first pyramid on the entire European continent, but the largest, biggest valley of pyramids in the entire world. In only a few months of excavation, plenty of stonework has already been discovered. Samir used satellite, thermal, and topography analysis on tens of thousands of hills in his search for pyramids.
Instead of thousands of hills, we found 9 of them. 5 of them being located in this valley. You have perfect geometry and you have cardinal points. Once I saw that a year and a half ago, I immediately knew that this is not a naturally made hill, but man-made.
Guatemalan archaeologists are making a fascinating discovery. Let's go to CNN's Brooke Baldwin. She traveled to Mirador and came back with an amazing story. Brooke, tell our viewers what's going on.
Wolf, I think I'm officially an archaeology geek. Our CNN crew, we're the first TV camera actually in the world to shoot the face of what may be the world's largest pyramid by volume. This pyramid, it is covered by the canopy of the jungle. It is currently facing several threats. From the air, it looks like just jungle, but these forests in Guatemala hide an ancient secret. The city of Mirador, often referred to as the cradle of Mayan civilization, the size of a modern-day metropolis. This is no mountain. It's a pyramid, and according to the Mirador Basin Project, it may be the largest pyramid by volume in the world.
At the very end of the Japanese archipelago lies Yonaguni, shrouded in mist and mystery.
Several meters beneath the surface lies one of the world's greatest mysteries, a place that could quite literally rewrite human history. No one can be entirely sure what's down there, but many experts are convinced it's the remains of a vast and ancient underwater city, a lost civilization, a Japanese Atlantis.
is a beginning, and we look for a glorious denouement when we will discover that we are actually members of one family.
Help make our planet a more peaceful, healthy, and equitable place to live.
The path of forgiveness instead of revenge. The path of reconciliation instead of retribution.
I believe that in the end, it is kindness and generous accommodation that are the catalyst for real change.
That which you give your energy and your emotion to becomes your reality. It is every human's gift. Whatever you give your emotion to becomes reality for you.
To have a mind where you can control your thought and your emotion is incredible. You know? Without speaking about getting spiritual realization, just to be able to say stop to the thought when you want, to say stop to the emotion when you want, you know, to have that capacity to be master of your own mind, you know, to be able to say, oh, these thoughts stop, you know, these emotions stop, now I have enough of you. And to be, whenever you want, you can stay still, you know. So to have this capacity is an incredible, you know, peace of mind, an incredible advantage, you know. Suddenly you become master of your own mind. If you want to develop any qualities of mind, you need some mindfulness, some continuity in what meditation you do, you know. For example, you meditate on love. If your mind of meditating on love gets constantly interrupted by other thoughts, you know, there's no way that you will have the ability to develop a strong love. You know? Same thing if you meditate about the nature of reality, you know, how things really exist. You know, if you have this inquiring mind which follows a stream of thought and wants to reach a conclusion and stay on it, you have to have had a concentrated mind which is able to follow the analysis without being distracted. And once you reach a conclusion, to look at it and see what it implies. You know, you must be able to stay on the conclusion of your analysis and see what it implies, how it changes your whole worldview, you know, based on that conclusion you have reached. So in order for that to function, again, you need the conclusion you have reached. So in order for that to function, again, you need to have a calm mind. You know? If you have, more we have control over our mind, you know. What happens is that instead of going constantly up and down like a yo-yo, you know, being overly excited when something good happens and completely depressed when things go wrong, you know, our usual mind, you know. So with concentration, your mind becomes much more even. That evenness of mind actually is a type of joy, a type of peace, which is so pleasant, much more pleasant actually than even the excitement of pleasure, you know. To have this still inside, you know, is much more pleasant than having good news and good things happening out there. With time, we see that what we call pleasure, excitement, actually is a form of suffering. You know, it's not real happiness, it's excitement, and it's like boiling water. You know, there's no peace, no serenity in what we call pleasure. You know? But this we see by practicing. So that's why I think effort put into concentration, into developing calm abiding, I think is very important. And we can do that in everyday life. It doesn't need necessarily to go into retreat to do that. You know, you just know how to go about it, and you have to know how to integrate it into your everyday life. In order to develop calm abiding, there are certain conditions, you know, which help. So all these conditions we can gather in our everyday life. You know, we don't need necessarily to go to a complete isolated place. It just means having little desire, be content with one's life situation, you know, and have a little bit of peaceful environment. You know. So even though one might have a family life, still we can wake up an earlier before everybody else and do some calm abiding then, you know, or at the evening when everybody's at bed, or when the children are at school, or something like that. One can find a place, a time in a day, you know, if one wants it, for a peaceful meditation. So the first is to have, you see, wishing to do the meditation, by seeing its advantage, then developing the determination, I'm going to do it, and for such amount of time I'm not going to lose the object, and then is to develop the mindfulness of holding the object without losing it, and once you're able to do that, then you use introspection to check the quality of your concentration, and then to make it more precise, if you're prone to dullness, then you hold the object more intensely. If you have too much excitement, you lose, you relax it to be the grip on your object, and like that, slowly you find the middle way, and you're able to hold on to it. So that's a little bit the process, how one goes about it. And by doing that, one goes through 9 stages. Just in brief, I will go a little bit over that. So when one starts meditating on calm abiding and sits down, and say, okay, I'm going to meditate for 10 minutes, for 10 minutes, I will hold this Buddha image or watching the breath, So at the first stage, one said, wow, what a mess, One realized that one hardly ever find the object, During the whole session, oh yes, oh, I'm supposed to watch my breath. And the mind goes all over the place, So just from time to time, actually, you remember you're supposed to watch the breath. But your mind, most of the time, is going all over the place. So this is the first stage of meditating on calm abiding. Is that, it's called placing the mind. It's actually trying to bring the mind onto the object in the first place. So the whole session is spent bringing the mind on the object, because most of the time it's away. So then the second stage is called placement with continuity. So there one is able to bring the mind on the object and stay it for a little while before losing it again. Right? So there is a continuity. Before there was no continuity at all. You just bring it there, poof, it goes off. You bring it there, it goes off. Here, there is a continuity. Then the third stage is called patch-like placement. So there, at the third stage, you're able to stay on the object for quite a while, You stay on the object, and from time to time you lose it. But then, as soon as you lose it, you are aware that you're losing it, and you're able to bring the mind back. And then the fourth stage is called close placement. So at the fourth stage, from the beginning to the end of your session, you don't lose the object at all. During the whole session, you are able to hold on to the object. Right? There still is distraction and dullness, but one part of your mind never loses the object anymore. And then the fifth stage is called controlling. So because at the fourth level, you are able to stay for the whole session on the object, you decided. By familiarizing yourself with that, you reach a state of inner peace you never experienced before. Suddenly, it's like your mind was always like boiling water, and suddenly the boiling water has subsided, and you find that your mind inside experience a kind of tranquility that you never had before. And you realize, wow, that's quite pleasant. The difference between the fifth and the fourth is that the fifth, there's no more gross laxity and gross excitement. So the gross aspect of this disturbance has subsided. You still have subtle dullness and subtle excitement, but not anymore the gross aspect of it. And then the sixth is called pacifying. It's very difficult to recognize because the object is there, it's stable, and it's clear. What is missing is the intensity of holding onto the object. So in general, when one reaches that state, it's better to lean towards the side of subtle excitement than to lean towards the side of subtle laxity, because subtle excitement is easy to recognize. At the seventh stage, you can stay on the object, boom, 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 you sit there, you stay on the object, you know. And from time to time you have to check whether excitement and laxity has come about. But the main bulk of your sitting, you're completely there on the object. The excitement and dullness is not so strong anymore, you know. It doesn't happen often, and even if it arises, you just need to poof, 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 you know, and the thought, they stop, you know, the emotion, they stop. It's a process from going from your ordinary mind, which has this thought and things like that, to go into your mind of calm abiding. So it's like entering into a tunnel or entering into something. You know? So you focus your mind on the object and you go to a certain stage to go into that mind of calm abiding. And then the 9th stage is called placement with equanimity. So there's no more effort. You know? As soon as you sit down, you know, you're so familiarized with that state of meditation. You just sit down and you're in that state, you know, for the whole session. You know, no matter how long, you can stay on the object without any excitement or any dullness. You know? So that's a fantastic state of mind. This is the 9th stage of calm abiding. It's not the fully qualified calm abiding. Then you have to cultivate that for a certain period of time. And then there's something which is, if you cultivate that, there's a transformation of your body and mind happening. There's a kind of physical bliss which arises and a mental bliss. You know? And this physical and mental bliss give rise to a special physical suppleness or pliancy or lightness about your body and a lightness about your mind. You know, a sharpness, a suppleness about the mind, a pliancy where you can apply your mind for anything virtuous you want, you know, whenever you want. The mind has always great enthusiasm, you know. You never lose enthusiasm for doing something positive, you know. So when this process has happened, you know, this physical and mental bliss has arisen, and then the physical suppleness and mental suppleness has arisen, you know, and gets stabilized, then this is called calm abiding. It's a very clear path. You know, it's very well put down, you know, and so you know exactly where you are, what's your problem, and how to face it, you know, to go to the next stage. So this you find, you know, in the Lamrim tradition, in the section on calm abiding, you know, you have an explanation in detail on that, you know. So, good luck.
Spiritual reality takes you through a unique journey. A journey which will change your life. A journey which will enrich you and make you knowledgeable and blissful. Spiritual reality is a program on meditation and meditational experiences. While you watch this program, be totally relaxed. Just witness it. Just flow with it. Don't try to analyze it. Totally be with it. If any thought comes, cut the thought. Take a deep breath and just be with it. It is just for you. In this whole creation, we are just a small speck. Each one of us is in search of good health, peace, knowledge, prosperity, harmony, and overall a happy and blissful life at all given times and situations. Each and every person strives hard to achieve this state. But can this really be achieved? Yes, this can be achieved. All this is possible only by understanding cosmic energy and self-knowledge. Now let us know about cosmic energy. The cosmic energy exists everywhere in the cosmos. It is the bond between the galaxies, the planets, humans, and molecules. It is the space between each and everything. It is the bond which keeps the whole cosmos in order. Cosmic energy is the life force. This cosmic energy is essential to maintain the order of our life and to expand our consciousness. Cosmic energy is the base for all our actions and functions. We receive some amount of cosmic energy in deep sleep and in total silence. We are using this energy for our day-to-day activities. We are using this energy for our day-to-day activities of our mind, like seeing, speaking, hearing, thinking, and all actions of our body. This limited energy gained through sleep is not sufficient for these activities. That is why we feel exhausted, tired, and tensed. This leads to mental and physical stress and all kinds of illnesses. The only way to overcome this is to get more and more cosmic energy. Cosmic energy is essential to maintain the order of our life, to lead a healthy and happy life, to totally involve in all situations we are in, to obtain knowledge, and finally, for expansion of our consciousness. Abundant cosmic energy is obtained only through meditation. Sleep is unconscious meditation. Meditation is conscious sleep. In sleep, we get limited energy. In meditation, we get abundant energy. This energy enhances the power of our body, mind, and intellect. It opens the doors for our sixth sense and beyond. With this boosted energy through meditation, we will be relaxed, healthy, and happy. It also helps to reach greater heights in the physical realm. Meditation is nothing but a journey of our consciousness towards the self. In meditation, we consciously travel from body to mind, mind to intellect, intellect to self and beyond. To do meditation, first we have to stop all the functions of our body and mind, that is, body movements, seeing, speaking and thinking. Now, let us know how to do meditation. For meditation, the first thing is the posture. You may sit in any posture. The posture must be very comfortable and stable. We can meditate either on a floor or on a chair. We can meditate in any place, wherever we feel comfortable. Sit comfortably, cross your legs, clasp your fingers. Now, close your eyes. Stop inner or outer chatter. Don't chant any mantra. Just relax. Totally relax. Just relax. When we cross our legs and clasp our fingers, energy circuit is formed and gives more stability. Eyes are doors of the mind, so eyes should be closed. Mantra chanting or any chattering, inner or outer, are the activities of the mind, so it should be stopped. When body relaxes, consciousness travels to the next zone, mind and intellect. Mind is nothing but a bundle of thoughts. There are numerous thoughts always coming to the surface of the mind. Whenever there are thoughts in the mind, we may get many questions, known or unknown. To transcend the mind and intellect, one has to observe the breath. Observation is the nature of the self. So, one should just witness the breath. Don't do conscious breathing. Don't inhale or exhale consciously. Let inhalation or exhalation happen on its own. Just observe the normal breathing. This is the main key. This is the way. Don't go behind the thoughts. Don't cling to queries, questions, or thoughts. Cut the thought. Come back to the breath. Observe normal breathing. Be with your breath. Then the density of the thoughts reduces. Slowly breath becomes thinner and shorter. Finally, breath becomes the smallest and settles like a flash in between the eyebrows. In this state, one will have no breath and no thought. He will be totally thoughtless. This state is called Nirmal Sthiti, or no thought state. This is the meditative state. In this state, we will be under the shower of cosmic energy. The more meditation one does, the more will be the cosmic energy one receives. The energy body forms with more than 72,000 nadis, or energy tubes, which runs all across the body. All these energy tubes start from the top of the head region. This region is called Brahmarandra. These nadis spread throughout the body like roots and shoots of a plant. The energy body is the main base for the design of our life. This energy body is the main source of all our actions and even our existence. Our energy body receives cosmic energy during deep sleep and meditation. We are using this energy for our body and mind activities like seeing, speaking, hearing, thinking, and all physical actions. All these functions are totally based on the incoming cosmic energy. The inflow of cosmic energy is purely based on our thoughts. When we have thoughts, the inflow of cosmic energy is obstructed. In other words, our thoughts are the stumbling blocks for the inflow of cosmic energy. When the inflow of cosmic energy is less, the energy in the energy tubes depletes. This depletion causes etheric patches in the energy body. These etheric patches gradually lead to diseases in the physical body. In other words, root cause for all diseases is the lack of energy in the etheric body. In meditation, we get abundant cosmic energy. It flows through all our energy tubes of the energy body. When cosmic energy is passing through energy tubes, because of its heavy flow, it cleanses all etheric patches. When etheric patches are cleansed, we come out of all our illnesses. When energy starts flowing through the Brahmarandra, we feel heaviness in the head region or heaviness of the whole body. When energy is cleansing the energy tubes in a particular region, we may get itching sensation or pain in that region. Sometimes we may experience pain in various places in the physical body. For these pains, we need not take any medicine. All these pains will vanish by doing more meditation. By intake of more and more cosmic energy through meditation, we come out of all physical and mental illness. Now, let us go through once again what we have understood so far. Meditation is a journey towards the self. For this, we have to transcend the body and mind. By assuming a comfortable posture, our body totally relaxes, and this facilitates transcending the body consciousness. By observing our normal breathing, we transcend the mind. When we transcend the body and mind, then the cosmic energy flows. Cosmic energy cleanses all illnesses of the body. Thereby we will be healthy without any medicine. More and more cosmic energy releases all the tensions and stress of the mind. As we practice more and more meditation, mind becomes calm and has more space. This leads to higher memory power. More and more meditation leads to higher understanding capabilities. Then it leads to good interpersonal relationship. Then it leads to good interpersonal relationship. Meditation enhances the happiness of family life. Mind will be tranquil. Meditation makes you healthy and blissful. Meditation helps us get all answers to all our questions. To achieve this and more, meditation should be practiced every day. Meditation can be done at any place. Meditation can be done at any time, even during a journey. In one sitting, meditation should be done for a time equal to one's age. For instance, a 30-year-old man should do meditation at least for 30 minutes in one sitting. For meditation, you need not leave the family life. Everyone should do meditation. Children are best meditators. They can start meditation by the age of 5. For meditation, you need not go in search for any physical guru, master. The guru, the master, is within. Your breath is your guru. Your breath is your master. It is for everyone. Meditation is the journey of our consciousness towards the self. To do meditation, we have to transcend the body and mind. When we transcend the body and mind, we reach the self. Then we receive abundant cosmic energy. By more meditation, our self-knowledge expands. Now, let us try and understand what is knowledge. Meditation takes you to the realms of higher knowledge. Knowledge is nothing but experience. Experience is nothing but totally involving yourself. By practicing more and more meditation, we receive higher energy. With this higher energy, higher involvement is achieved in every aspect, which leads to higher knowledge. Through knowledge, we get higher understanding and wisdom. With this understanding, we understand that we are not just the body and mind. We understand that we are miraculous beings. We understand all the situations we come across and come out of all our problems by higher understanding. Higher energy and higher knowledge expands the consciousness. Expansion of the consciousness is the very purpose of the self. Higher knowledge is obtained only through higher senses like third eye and astral body. The third eye is a very powerful tool of the soul to see, to feel, and to hear the higher frequency realities. These three functions of the soul are known as third eye. By practicing more and more meditation, more energy flows, more energy activates the third eye. It is a great experience for a meditator. At the time of activation of the third eye, we feel an itching sensation or pulling sensation at the forehead region. We start seeing glimpses of various colors rotating around us. We hear murmuring sounds, sounds of walking. We feel as if we are traveling in a pitch-dark tunnel. When the etheric body gets sufficient cosmic energy, by more and more meditation, our third eye gets perfected. Here we perceive crystal clear visions of this plane and other planes. In third eye perfection, we see many things clearer than the physical visions. We see other frequency realities. We see the things which are not present in the realm of the five senses. We feel so many things which we cannot express with words. We hear inner voices, sounds, or sounds of instruments from other frequencies. We see masters who are not there physically with us. We see masters in a physical form as we know them. After more meditation, we start seeing the Master like a bright light. Even by seeing the bright light, we feel the identity of the Master. We can hear the messages from the Masters. We feel like moving in a tunnel and finally merging with the light. Through third eye experiences, we know we can get answers for all our problems through messages from the Masters, or by seeing other frequency realities, or as a feeling. By this, our actions will change, our beliefs will change, our understanding will change. After this third eye experience, we find changes in our perception of this physical plane. Now let us know the other tool of the self, that is, astral body. Astral body is a tool of the self to perceive other frequency realities. Astral body is one more form of our consciousness, just like our physical body. In normal condition, our consciousness is spread throughout our physical body. When we receive sufficient amount of energy and when we feel to perceive other frequency realities, consciousness moves in the form of astral body. We perceive astral body experiences unconsciously in our sleep, which we call dreams. one can perceive astral body experiences consciously in meditation. Astral body travels beyond space and time. After conscious astral experiences, we start perceiving new dimensions. In meditation, after receiving abundant cosmic energy, the consciousness which is spread everywhere in the body starts moving towards a point. While consciousness is moving, we experience jerks in the physical body. We feel as if our body is floating. We don't feel the hands and legs. We feel lightness of the body, like a feather. Movements may be experienced in different parts of the body, or sometimes one may experience as if the whole body is rotating. These are known as astral movements. By practicing more and more meditation, we get more cosmic energy. The consciousness takes the form like an astral body, starts rotating very fast, which causes heavy movements. After the movements, the astral body starts coming out of the physical body with a link called silver cord. Silver cord is nothing but a high vibrant consciousness which transfers the messages of the physical body to the astral body and vice versa. With this we do astral travel. Astral travel is a travel of our consciousness to known and unknown places and frequencies. By doing astral travel, we get highest knowledge and understanding of the self. In astral travel, our astral body can pass through all physical materials. All elements like earth, water, fire, wind, and ether. Astral body can go to all other frequencies without any limitations. After coming out of the body, the meditator sees his own physical body. By this he gets a great understanding. He understands that he is not just the body and mind, but he stays in the body. This is a great understanding. Everyone should experience astral travel. By experiencing astral travel, our limitedness will vanish, and we will understand that we are unlimited. By this experience, we understand that we are the consciousness. We understand that we are unlimited. We understand the new dimensions of life. By practicing more and more meditation, we will receive more cosmic energy. Cosmic energy improves our involvement in whatever we are in. By more and more total involvement with body, mind, self, we understand in total about the situations. This understanding is nothing but knowledge. The common person will get only experience, but fail to perceive the knowledge in that situation. It is because he experiences the situation with physical understanding alone. But a meditator will understand the situation in total. It is so because he knows that he is not just the body. He knows that he just stays in the body, understands that the situations are for his evolution. After experiencing all meditational experiences and implementing it in our practical life, we will get great understanding. This understanding opens up several thousand doors, which gives new dimensions of perceptions in our life. Our understanding, our perception, and our knowledge expands a lot. This leads to the expansion of our consciousness, which is nothing but having wisdom. We experience this state of wisdom as a 1,000-petaled golden lotus. Each and every petal is a new dimension of understanding. By perceiving more and more dimensions, we understand more and more knowledge of other existences. With this understanding, we come to know that there is no death and we are eternal beings. We understand what is birth and what is death. We come to this earth plane as a speck of cosmic consciousness. While coming from the source, we come with etheric body as a structure of the self. We come to this earth plane to have unique experiences. For our experiences, we select the womb, we select the parents, environment, and situations. The whole design of life is known to the self. After selecting the mother, speck of consciousness enters the mother's womb. After consciousness enters the mother's womb, the fetus gets life. The physical body takes the shape according to the cosmic energy in the etheric body and the cause. Consciousness will be traveling frequently to the source till it takes its first breath. After coming out of the mother's womb, it takes its first external breath. This is known as birth. From day 1 to the age of 7, we will have awareness of the source. The mind starts taking its shape from the age of 7. It completely forms by age 14. The intellect starts its activation from the age of 14 and is fully developed by the age of 21. From the age of 21 to the age of 28, one experiences the combination of body, mind, and intellect. From the age of 28, life depends on self-knowledge. If one does not have awareness of the self, his consciousness lies in between body and mind. Because of this, misery starts. He cannot understand the situations. Things will become more critical for him. He molds himself into concealed rigidness. Rigidness blocks the cosmic flow. Due to this, he suffers physical illness, stress, and tensions. He passes his days without awareness. He cannot understand the very purpose of his life. He passes from childhood days to youth, then to old age, and finally passes away from this earth plane without completing the purpose of coming to the earth plane. This is what we call death. Even after death, the layer of rigid mind with wrong understanding does not allow the consciousness to reach the source. Because of the wrong understanding, he creates his own hell and heaven and stays as a lower astral being. If one starts one's life being with the self, one will always be blissful in all given situations. Even after death, one won't be in the lower frequencies. One will go back to the source. By obtaining higher knowledge through the third eye, astral travel, knowledge of birth and death, one will have perfect understanding of body, mind, intellect, self, and life force. One understands that the life force. One understands that the consciousness is a combination of energy and knowledge. Consciousness comes to this plane to gain more energy and knowledge and to create. By living all the time with this understanding, one starts getting a higher understanding about the existence of the whole creation. With this understanding, one will become a miraculous creator. Then, whatever one speaks, it manifests. Whatever one thinks, it manifests. Whatever one does, it becomes a creation. This is enlightenment.
God says you may not have anything you want. You may not have anything you want. And I was puzzled by that. And I said, well, I don't understand. I thought that when you want something, when you need something, when you are hoping for something, you go to God and you ask for it. God said, no, you don't understand how the system works. You don't understand how the system works. Well, even that there is a system. But here's how the system works. Everything you could ever ask for, you could ever have now, or ever ask for in the future, you already have right now. You already have all of it. You simply are not experiencing it. Because everything that has ever happened is happening now, and ever will happen is happening right now. And so, it is for you merely to reach into the sea of infinite possibilities and call forth the reality you choose now to experience. And you do this, you call forth from the sea of infinite possibilities the reality you choose to now experience through three devices mainly: thought, word, and action. That is, what you say, what you think or believe, and of course what you do. Now, if what you say is, please give me what I need today to survive, you will have a struggle acquiring what you need today to survive, because the statement comes from a deep underlying thought that you do not now have that, or you wouldn't be asking for it. It is that underlying thought, what Conversations with God calls the sponsoring thought, that has a huge influence on the creation of your moment-to-moment reality. Therefore, if you ask for something, or if you say, I want something, I'll use an example, I want more money. Oh, I really want more money in my life. The universe has only one answer to a statement like that. Indeed you do. That is correct. See, the universe only says yes. Now, when you understand that, please forgive me, I know this is very elementary to most of us, but just to lay the groundwork, the universe has a universal response to every thought, and the universal response is yes. See, God only knows one word, yes. God has a very limited vocabulary. God says yes, yes, yes. Yes to what? Yes to whatever you think, say, or do. God says yes. Now the good side of that is, the positive side is that God never says no. The bad side of that is, for those who don't know how the system works, God only says yes. So if you say, I am sick and tired of my life going like this, God says yes, that's true. I want more money. God says, indeed you do. Yes, that's true. You want money. That's true. And you will have the experience of wanting money because you're declaring, in fact, what's true for you. I want more money. Yes, you do. Yes, that's true. And so you will talk yourself right out of what you're trying to talk yourself into. Now, I don't want you to think that it's a matter of choosing the right words. I don't want you to get down to the point where you start parsing, you know, like Bill Clinton. You know, I didn't inhale or whatever. I don't want you to feel that you got to, start parsing the language and worrying about every single syllable that you utter that proceeds from your mouth. But you do need to look deeply at the sponsoring thought, that is, at the foundational idea from which your words emerge. That you do need to look at. Or to put it another way, if you're coming from lack and from a thought that there's not enough, and couldn't I please have more, you are having to overcome in the first instance your thought that there's not enough, which is very difficult to overcome. Because it's your foundational thought. Now, one might argue, and your friend would argue, but Neil, that's all very sweet and good, except when a person's entire experience is that there's not enough, how could they have any thought other than that? How would you expect them to have another thought when their whole experience, the evidence of their own eyes, is that there is not enough? To which a master would reply, as all masters have, each in their own way, each in their own time, judge not by appearances.